A very good day, dear students. It's me, Ananya Bhattacharjee, Department of Mathematics, Assam Downtown University. Now, in this video, as you can see on the screen, it's written Comparison Test of Convergence. So, it is a topic from the unit Sequence and Series from the paper BSc 102 Multivariable Calculus and Linear Algebra for all semesters, for first semester of all engineering branches. Okay, now what is comparison test of convergence? First, you see it's written convergence, so the name suggests that it is a test of convergency. In infinite series, since we are discussing infinite series, we have different tests of testing convergency in convergency of infinite series. So comparison test is one of the tests to test for checking convergency of an infinite series. Okay, so now let us see what does this test says. So this is the statement of comparison test. It says that summation un, let summation un and summation vn be two series of positive terms. Then if summation vn be convergent, summation un is also convergent provided un less than equal to vn for all n greater than equal to m, un by vn is less than k, where k is a fixed positive number, or limit n tends to infinity, un by vn is equal to k, a finite positive non-zero number. Now, as the name suggests, it is comparison. The test we are doing is doing by comparing something. So, for comparing something, we need two or more series. So, that's why here it is written that we have two series. Okay, series of what? Positive terms. Then, I can say that one series summation vn be convergent, then the other series un will be also convergent provided any one of these three criterias are satisfied. What are the three criterias? un less than equal to vn, un by vn less than k, limit n tends to infinity, un by vn is equal to k. If any one, since or is there, any one of the criteria is satisfied, then we'll say that vn is convergent provided un is also convergent. Means what? We are testing the convergency by comparing two series. Okay, since ignoring a finite number of terms does not affect the convergence or divergence of series, we can assume the inequality is satisfied from the very first term. Okay, that means what? While testing this, while doing these three tests or while doing these three criterias, we can avoid few terms. Okay, we can delete few terms, or in other word, you can say that by taking a few terms of the series also we can do these comparisons. Now, since summation vn is convergent, then limit vn is equal to n, where s is finite. Yes, this is the definition of convergency. Then these criterias are true for the summation un and vn also. Okay, provided your limit of un and vn satisfies. So this part is nothing but the elaboration of these three criterias. So students, you don't give so much emphasis on this part. It's not so much required. You have to mainly remember the three criterias, and out of these three criterias also mainly the third one. Why I am saying that mainly the third one? Because while solving the problem we will use this one only, because it will be easier for us to find the limit, because we know how to find limit from our previous concept. Finding limit is not a difficult task for us. Now you see this checking the inequalities, because these are infinite series. So checking the inequalities becomes a bit difficult, but finding out limit is comparatively easier. So while testing the convergency, we will go for the third part, that is limit n tends to infinity, un by vn equal to k. So for comparison test, you have to do what? You mainly remember this statement, and from this statement you remember this third one, the limiting criteria. Okay, and in this whole part they have discussed that in what other ways it can be written. Means this is infinite series, so everything can be expressed with respect to summation also. So the same criteria they have explained with respect to summation that we don't require for our syllabus. It's okay, or it's okay only if you know this statement, then it's fine. Okay, so now in this part B, it is written that if summation Vn be divergent, okay, here we have tested for the convergency, that if Vn is convergent, then Un is also convergent. Now let us see what happens if Vn is divergent. So if Vn is divergent, then summation Un is also divergent, provided the same criteria are satisfied. Okay, so let us see the next page. You see the same criteria are satisfied, only it is greater than equal to. That means what? That means power series scheme. If summation Vn be divergent and Un is divergent, provided Un is greater than equal to Vn, means all these inequalities are changing. Here it is less than equal to, less than, here it is greater than equal to. So Un is greater than equal to Vn, Un by Vn is greater than 1, and this limit is equal to n. Means inequalities changes but the limiting factor is same. So you see, while testing for the convergency and divergency, I can use this limit because limit is same. Your limit has to be equal to some finite positive non-zero number. Okay. So now from here we have a corollary that an infinite series of positive terms is divergent if each term after a fixed stage be greater than some fixed positive quantity. That means what? It means that if I have a sum of this series, then limit Sn is equal to this. So therefore this series is divergent. They have taken an example and then they have explained a small corollary here that you can go through by yourself. Okay. And then there is a third part. The third part says that if summation Un and summation Vn be two series of positive terms, then summation Un is convergent if Vn is convergent, provided this. Another criteria, they have written it in a different way, means they have taken to sum up to n terms and n plus 1th term and n term. The same criteria they have considered for n plus 1th term and n term. Okay. This one also you can see it is similar to the basic criteria. Okay. Now before going to the problem of convergent your series, that we will comparison test, we will take few infinite series, and we shall try to prove the convergency and divergency of those infinite series by the help of comparison test. Before doing that, there is a very important series that you have to memorize. This is called P series or hyperharmonic series. Okay, only you have to remember the statement of this series. Okay, no need to go through the proofs etc. What does the statement of this series says? It says that the infinite series of this form, students, again I am repeating, it is very important, you have to memorize this one. 1 by 1 to the power p plus 1 by 2 to the power p plus 1 by 3 to the power p plus dot 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 plus 1 by n to the power p plus dot dot dot. It is an infinite series. This series is convergent simply if p is greater than 1 and divergent if p is less than equal to 1. So you see, very easy statement to remember, that this is a series and this series will be convergent if p is greater than 1 and divergent if p is less than 1. Why I am saying that this series is important? Because when we will prove the comparison test, you know that in comparison test, as the name suggests, we have to compare two series. There will be two series, summation un and summation vn, and the convergency of one series will imply the convergency of the other, and the divergency of one series will imply the divergency of the other. So for testing the convergency and divergency of the independent series on which the other will depend, we need this P series. Okay, so again I am repeating, P series says what? If a series is of this form, 1 by 1 to the power p plus 1 by 2 to the power p plus 1 by 3 to the power p plus dot 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 plus 1 by n to the power p, then this series is convergent if p is greater than 1 and divergent if p is less than equal to 1. Okay, now for example, you see, let p is equal to 1. If p is equal to 1, the series is this. Now if p is equal to 1, then it is what? The statement of P series says that if p is equal to 1, then the series is divergent. So if p is equal to 1, then this series is divergent. You see, p is equal to 1. 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power 1 plus 1 by this 3 to the power 1 plus 1 by 4 to the power 1. This series, this is our P series, isn't it? 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power 1 plus 1 by 3 to the power 1 plus 1 by 4 to the power 1 means here your P is equal to 1. So if P is equal to 1, then the definition of P series says that it should be divergent. So here you see they have proved that it is divergent. How they have proved that it is divergent? They have shrinked it to some other series, that instead of 1 by 3 they have taken 1 by 2, instead of 1 by 4 they have taken 1 by 2. Okay, this is a technique of proving, no need to go through this, just you see they have given as examples also. Now if p is less than 1, then what will happen? If p is less than 1, let us see, if p is less than 1, then what happens? If your p is less than 1, here, okay, if p is less than 1, then also it is divergent. Okay, so if p is less than 1, then also it is divergent. So each term after the first now is greater than, therefore the series is divergent. So what actually they have done, let me again go to the previous page. What they have done, you see, they have taken let p be greater than 1 and they have proved that this series is convergent for p greater than 1, and in the next page they have proved that when p is equal to 1 or p is less than 1, the series is divergent. Okay, for your concept, for your clarification, you can go through the proof part also, but I'll suggest that going through the proof part is optional. It's up to you, but mainly you remember the statement of the P series. Okay, now here you see a very simple example I have considered. I have taken the example of the simple series 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, n cube. Here this is your sum, and this sum, by taking limit only, I know that this series is divergent. Here I have not used any comparison test, etc. I haven't used. I have only taken the concept of limit, and the limit shows that it is finite. This which is finite, which is not finite, because n tends to infinity, and you see here the n doesn't get cancels. I cannot cancel out the whole n, so this is not finite, and hence the series is divergent. Okay students, no need to go through these examples. In the next video I will again take few examples and shall explain the comparison test. Here only you go through the statements of comparison test of convergence and the statement of P series. You remember them, memorize them properly, and in the next video we will do examples of based on the comparison test of convergence. Okay, thank you.